Well, hello there, FTMtelevision. How are you? So, okay, this is free week, and it's Friday. Yeah. Well, what I would like to talk about, because we haven't talked about it before, and I'm sorry that I haven't looked at anyone else's videos, so I don't know what they talked about. I only looked at 2 intros. And one of them was lyrical, posted on that date. What the fuck is no, I don't care. But so I'm going to be talking about my political opinions about politics, because 3 things that I like talking about are LGBT rights, politics, and biology. So I'm going to be talking about politics. So, yeah. So I'm actually really unsatisfied with Obama. I know that is not a popular opinion among Democrats and liberals, because Obama meant so much to us while we were electing him and all of that stuff. It's very popular for Republicans to hate Obama, but it's for most of the American Democrat news stations, they don't really like to bash Obama very much. And I didn't for a long time, because I was like, Obama's just doing the best that he can after the Bush administration, and, just letting him, just being like, well, he has a lot to work with, and, a lot was messed up before him. But there has been, in the last 6 months, it's been really bad, and before that it was too. But the thing is Obama is really, honestly, everything that he's doing is Republican. Because I don't think it's just Obama, though. What a lot of it is that the Democrats and the liberals are not pushing him to do anything. There's no action. There's no with the Democrats and the liberals. We're satisfied. Like, the people in power are acting satisfied with everything that he's doing and acting like, oh, it's such a great thing. And the Republicans, he's doing everything that the Republicans ask. Okay, the Republicans, they wanted certain things to be done. They wanted to cut the spending on lots of public programs that we have, and just tons of things, but then have no tax raises on the top 1%. And he gave it to them before it was even time to make the deal. And so the Republicans were like, what? We got everything that we asked for? Let's push for some more. And they pushed for some more. And he gave it to them. And he's calling it great compromise. He's not compromising anything. He's not saying compromise is where someone is asking for something and you're asking for something, right? And you're on 2 opposite sides. So what you do is you give them partially what they want and they give you partially what you want. That's compromise. Okay? He's just doing everything the Republicans tell him to do. A lot of it is because the Republicans are the only people pushing. The Democrats are not, they're not rioting. They're not extremely angry at him. It's just like, it doesn't make sense to me. And part of me almost wishes, now don't burn me at the stake for this, but part of me almost wishes that a Republican would have been elected as presidency, because then the Democrats would be fired up. They would be trying. They would be blocking everything that the Republican would be doing everything that they could to keep, to keep the Republican things from sticking in. They would hold their ground. And also, I'm pretty sure that, how there was we were electing people to be in Congress or Senate, I don't remember which one it is, after the presidency, and we got pretty much almost it was very, very Republican. And I think maybe if we had a president that was Republican, then we would have made the Senate or the Congress, I think it was the Senate, more Democrat. And then it would be a power struggle that's in our favor rather than their favor. Also, I wish Hillary Clinton would have gotten elected. I think she's a really strong person, and the Clinton administration has proved itself. I mean, there are things that were passed under the Clinton administration that aren't good. Anyways, I should probably say the things that I want because I'm being very vague. I do believe that the top 1%, has had the lowest taxes since the Reagan administration, currently right now. And I think they definitely need to pay more taxes, and we need to take away tax holidays because we've tried and failed. The tax holidays have tried and failed. They don't work, okay? And it's dumb. And so I think the taxes need to be raised for the upper class. I don't think it should be the top 10%. Anybody that makes about $100,000 or more is in the top 10% of America. And I don't really think that it's okay to tax them more. I mean, like a little bit more, but not to the extent that I want the top 1% to be taxed. And the Republicans ask, you're punishing them for their success. No, we're not. Okay, we're not punishing you. We're just taking money from you to help you. And, like, it's just dumb. And Republicans want Social Security to go away because they're saying it's a welfare program. It's not a welfare program. It's an insurance program. Okay? Welfare only goes to very poor people. Social Security goes to everyone. Rich people get Social Security, poor people get Social Security, and the middle class get Social Security. Okay? It's not a welfare program, and even if it was, we need to have, I think, honestly, my mom used to be on welfare, and I lived in a subsidized housing, and there were some people that did abuse their welfare. But the thing is, well, there were a lot of people that weren't abusing their welfare. And it's just like, you can't just say, oh, I put in an application, give me my welfare. You know, you can't give me my unemployment. You have to prove more than that. I mean, they need to send in case managers. I mean, if we were sending in case managers to be looking into this stuff more case managers would be hired, which means more jobs, which means they buy more, and the economy is stimulated. The thing is Republicans are like, we need to cut taxes. You cannot stimulate an economy by cutting taxes. It sucks because the thing is what do you want to, when the economy drops and you start losing money, what do you want to do? Stop spending. The thing is that can lead to a double dip in the economy, which a double dip equals in a depression. And a depression is very, very, very hard to get out of. I don't think that we've had a double dip. I mean, we've dipped twice, but we've dipped and then gone up and then dipped again. And we haven't been in a qualified double dip since the Depression. I could see that happening, though, very easily. And so I also think that the government programs, it does not do anyone good to cut government programs except for the top 1%. So one, we're not taxing them as much. And two, we're taking the regulations that keep them in place. We're minimizing the amount of people that can enforce those rules. Like there's nuclear power plants that weren't made to go past like a certain date. They were made in the 70s and they are still in the same, they haven't been like renovated or anything, and they've gone past their expiration date. And I mean, there's like towers, like there was a tower that fell on one of them. And it's just like, these things, people will come to them and they will just get fined. Rather than fixing the problem, they just get fined. Or they will, and they're buying people in Congress to take the funding away from the people that regulate them, so that they don't even have to pay the fines as much anymore. I mean, it's not good. Mosquito. I mean, there's a lot of issues in politics right now. I could go on for days about politics, but I'm sure you guys don't want to listen to me for that long. I'm not really in an angry mood. I'm better with ranting about politics when I'm in an angry mood. But that's been irritating me lately. So yeah, I'm making food right now. I'm making seitan, which is just wheat gluten, which is the protein from wheat. And it's really good, because I can't eat soy. I don't eat soy. So, yeah, I have to get my protein from other places, and my doctor said that I'm not getting nearly enough protein, because I was, for a long time, getting the right amount of protein, but I actually don't like the taste of it anymore. I crave vegetables, and I could eat plates of vegetables, but I don't eat that much protein, because I just don't desire it that much, and also because it has more calories. So yeah, that's actually been a really big problem for me the last 5 months, because I just love vegetables too much. So I'm trying to find ways to put protein back into my diet, just because it doesn't taste as good to me anymore. Like the beans, and I used to eat a lot of things that had a lot of protein in them, but by trying to totally eliminate soy, that kind of hit me hard. And I was actually planning on also trying to take wheat out of my diet, which would have minimized on the amount of soy that was in my diet too. But now it ends up that I have to get some of my protein from my diet. You can also get protein from dark leafy greens, especially spinach and kale, which is very, very helpful, because I eat a lot of dark leafy greens. But I don't eat enough, I eat enough greens, but I don't eat enough of exclusively greens to be totally, I get a lot of my protein from that, but I need to start eating more protein. And also, I talked to my therapist on Tuesday. I talked to my therapist on Tuesday about top surgery, and yeah, he said that, my insurance says it has to be medically necessary, but he said, well, that's code for, yeah, if you can get a shrink note, then you can. So, I have to do, I have to write out something for this next month, because I'm not going to see him for another month. I have to write out pretty much, all of my plans and stuff for it afterwards, and if I'm going to, transition more, or, try to pass more, go by different pronouns and names, because currently, I'm not right now. I mean, I'm going by Leander at college, and at my trans group, but otherwise, not really. And I've kind of decided that I'm not really going to be changing pronouns until after I move, and because right now I'm kind of uncomfortable with using male pronouns right now, though I'm much more uncomfortable with using female. But yeah,